So what I'm saying is we're going to cover the baseline of questions that come across. We're going to go across as many of them as I can cover. And then on that note, we are going to open it up for Q&A at the end of it. So let me just start off by answering a couple of the simplest absolute questions that come across my board 24/7, and they're asked to me. The number one question is, what do I need to start streaming? This question comes up a lot. I mean, there's so many variations of what actually it takes to start streaming that I think it takes a little bit more of a rounded answer to actually answer what it takes to start streaming. I could tell you, you need to do this or you need to do that, but it's a variation of everything that we're going to discuss today. So I want to let you know that if you want to ask, what do I need to start streaming? It is everything that we're going to discuss today, all of it. Because it's easy to click a button and start streaming, but to start streaming, not only is it equipment, not only is it decisions, it's a whole bunch of variation of things. And I think that once we walk through all of these things that I'm going to talk about today, you're going to get an idea of what it's going to take to actually start streaming. The next biggest question is, and I've had a couple people ask me this, and a couple people that show up and they constantly want to ask the question of, which platform do I choose? Well, there's more than just one platform, obviously. There's a couple really big platforms, and then there's a couple smaller platforms. Your main three, your big three platforms are Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. And I say that lightly because obviously Facebook isn't as big as Twitch or YouTube when it comes to the streaming platform, and YouTube isn't as big as Twitch when it comes to the streaming platform. But that being said, there's a couple things that you need to keep in mind when you're choosing a platform. Which platform suits you and your needs? Here's the kicker with Twitch. We're going to have this conversation. I'm going to break Twitch down. I think Twitch is a great platform. I think it's probably the best platform out there. But for a new person starting to stream, it can be very, very difficult, and it can be very, very hard. And I mean that by two different ways. Difficult to get into Twitch and actually get things going with Twitch, and then it can be mentally hard. Twitch is an already built platform. Twitch has been out since 2006. It's grown its platform. We're almost looking at 15 years of Twitch, right? With 15 years of Twitch, they've had the ability to integrate a whole bunch of things that the other platforms haven't had a chance to do. So Twitch is absolutely the better platform, but it doesn't mean it's the most accessible or it's the most useful. YouTube is a huge company, which means their platform is fantastic. They have lots of access to things. And I feel like the YouTube platform is a great platform to stream on, but I'm not seeing a lot of growth in the sense that I don't see a lot of YouTube streamers, which means it could be good in the future. But we don't know enough about the YouTube platform to actually integrate it into a conversation 24/7. If you ask, what platform should I stream on? 90% of the time you're asking Twitch or Facebook. The other little platforms, they're basically trying to make something out of nothing. Twitch is owned by Amazon, and Facebook's owned by Facebook, and YouTube's owned by Google. So I mean, there's nothing you can choose there. Those are the big three. They're going to be the big three. They're going to stay that way. I really think that you need to take a step back and you need to say, hey, which platform's going to work for me? If you build a community on one of these platforms, switching platforms is detrimental to your community. Pick a platform, stick with it, rock with it. It's just going to be your best bet. I don't really think it matters which one you're actually going to pick because it depends on what you put into it. Your ability to add to your platform and your content is what's going to make it different. We're going to get to that in a minute. But as for platform decision, pick what vibes and works for you. Do not let anyone tell you that one is better than the other. Whatever platform you choose will work for you as long as you make it work for you. That means you're going to have to figure out how each one works differently and figure out which one you want to use. But that being said, you have to pick one. No one's going to have the right answer, ever. This is a not right answer. It's just how it is. So speaking of platforms and where we're at and what's going on with those platforms, I think it's a really big deal to discuss the fact that you are working for a giant company. A lot of people misconstrue the fact that you're a streamer as you're building a community. And I'm not here to tell you that you're not. So I'm going to tell you how each view of the platform and itself, your community and your followers actually view what's going on from the perspective that I understand. So you, as the streamer, you view it as you're building a community, you're building relationships with people, and you're building this this situation. You're building this community that you want to grow and you want to expand. Here's the problem with this, and this is where everyone needs to change their mindset. It is 2021. It is not 2006 where you can get on, you can click a button and play a video game and everyone will watch you because you're playing a video game. It's 2021. These companies now see this as a business. Twitch sees you as a business. Facebook sees you as a business. YouTube sees you as a business, which means they're not looking out for you and your community. They're looking out for their business. This is why we keep running into this situation where everybody's like, oh, Facebook is against me. Twitch is against me. YouTube is against me. They're not against you. They're a business. They're doing what's best for them. And that makes sense. So what do we have to do? We have to change our view from this is just my community to this is a business. And how do I integrate business into my community? Now, that's something that makes people uncomfortable. Because here's my biggest thing, and you guys know it if you watch me, I don't like to ask for money. I don't like to do it. Would it be great if I could do this full time because we receive $10,000 in donations a month? Absolutely. But I don't want it. And here's why. Let me explain that. I'm going to break it down for you. The moment that I ask somebody for money, the moment I ask you for money, I ruin the relationship that I've been building. I know that sounds weird, but in a sense, think of it like this. How do you feel when you ask your mom for money? You feel like you owe her? I mean, because I do. I mean, I don't feel like I can just be like, hey, mom, I need money. Like, if I were to ask, hey, I need money to live on, it changes the way that you feel about the money. And you, as my community, because that's how I view you, and that's how I view people, and that's how streamers I feel should view people, they shouldn't feel like they need to ask for money. So we, even though we need to turn it into a business, we have to figure out how to change it so that not only is it not abrasive to get donations, but how can we change and how can we make it different in the situation to turn our business into something that doesn't require asking the community to just send money? What can I give you in return? How can I give you something that will actually be enough to make it feel like you're getting something out of the relationship? And that's where it is in this situation. If I was just to ask for your money, all you're doing is watching my content. And even though you're producing content and people are watching it, it doesn't mean that they feel like they're actually receiving something. So what we did, and I've talked to my team about this before, and we've discussed this many a times, is I wanted to make sure that the supporters, because that's where I feel like our biggest numbers are and our biggest influx of assistance to keep the stream alive is, I tried to give our supporters something that no one else has given them. I tried to give them power and control of the stream. And we've slowly progressed to giving followers power and control of the stream to a degree as well. But I really wanted to give back to them. I really wanted to give them something that was unique. And we're going to get into uniqueness here in a few minutes. And we're going to move to that point. But right now we're talking about business and the way that you view it. You view it. Sorry, I can't talk. You view your community as a community, but it is still a business you're running, so you have to have the mindset of a business. That doesn't mean take away the fact that it is a community and you are in a relationship with each individual that's in your community, but it is a business. That's just how it is. Now, platforms see you as a business, so they're going to try to make money off you, which means they're going to try to push their product, their content. In fact, like right now, I actually really love this affiliate program that we're a part of, which is 40 Thieves. I'm not 40. Sorry. Mythic Goat Coffee. Man, I fucked that up, didn't I? We switched coffee companies. We're part of Mythic Goat Coffee now. We switched coffee companies because I felt they were the best decision for our business. That's just what it is. I like their coffee. It's delicious. It's amazing. They sent us stuff. This is kind of sponsored by them because we have their coffee cup. They sent us coffee for free. It is a change. It's a difference. Here's the kicker with it. Your followers and your community view it as a follower and a community base. The biggest kicker with that is when they view it that way, when you guys view the community and the follower base as it is, it's not a business to you. It's a relationship that we have with each other. That's the kicker there. It's a relationship that we have. And if you ever feel that that relationship is violated, I lose your business and your trust. And that alone is detrimental to not only my situation, but any situation that you'd have with any other streamer, because now you feel a distaste. So it's a goal for streamers to make sure that we connect with people on a personal level. And that's it. But do never lose the thought that you are a business and that's the way that you're viewed. So I'm going to move forward. We're going to step forward past the business part of this, and I'm going to explain something to you that a lot of people think in their head, and they don't understand that this is how this works. Everyone says, but hey, Filthy, so-and-so does this with their stream and they're making it work. And so does this in their stream. While I'm at that point, can someone please list 5 streamers that are big streamers that you know? Just 5 that are big streamers. If you can list me 5 big streamers, I'm going to break down a little bit of information based on a couple of those that we get. And we will go through this and we will have this conversation. But I'm going to break it down in a different way. I'm going to try to give you guys an analogy, because what ends up happening in this situation a lot is people don't understand how it actually works, and people don't understand what they're actually viewing. I think that one of the biggest problems we have is everyone thinks that they can be a cookie cutter. And what I mean by cookie cutter is I see so many streams, and I've went and watched a lot of different streamers. And in fact, there's a guy in here who I ask him to tell me what I'm doing wrong constantly because he's here. And I ask my group, my mod team, and I even ask my community what we're doing wrong. What can we fix? What can we improve? Because I don't view this as I'm ever at the top of my game. I need to improve constantly. So okay, so I'm gonna take these guys that TJ's, because he actually put 3 people or 4 people instead of their own guys, their own names. Cooldan, Soltech, Hitman, Goat. Okay. So let's go through. Let's start with Soltech. Soltech is a professional PUBG player. Are you a professional PUBG player? Are you a professional PUBG player? No, you're not. So how can you expect to be where Soltech's at right now? Okay, let's go back through it. Nick Merckx, professional Gears of War player. How can you expect to be at his level? You cannot be their cookie cutter design. You are not them. Ninja, Hitman, Aishu, Matafe, they're all amazing players. They all have their own thing that they do. They're all unique in their own way. You are not them. So trying to cookie cutter their design, trying to do what they do, you are not the 0.001%. Okay? Big names are a 0.001% of streamers. 0.001%. That's like 1 in a million, right? 1 in a 200,000 big streamers right there. Then you have your medium streamers, which are like a 0.1%er, right? You have a 0.1%er. They're your medium streamers. Guess what? They've worked for it for either years, or they put in work, or they've gotten somewhere. And it happens sometimes. Sometimes somebody gets lucky and they get seen by somebody and it blows up. They make one viral post and it blows up. But have you made that viral post? You're not the 1%er. We as smaller streamers, we as some of these streamers that are not huge, that do not have hundreds of thousands of viewers, are part of the 99.9% that cannot be cookie cutter to get anywhere. We are absolutely 100% not a 1%er. Now, you may get lucky at some point. I'm not going to say that you guys never get lucky, but you put in work. Otter put in work, by the way, Ricky. Otter put in work. I saw Otter's work. Otter has put in more work than most people understand because they don't pay attention to all his socials. Otter put in work. The thing is, to become a 1%er, you have to develop something. You cannot be a cookie cutter. You cannot say, this person does this, I can do that, let me be popular. That's not how it works. It'll never work that way. If you do exactly what someone else does, you are not going to get popular. I mean, look at it. If I go make a product and call it Coca-Cola, I mean, it's not going to be popular because it's going to be a knockoff. That's what you are. You're a knockoff. Stop being a knockoff. Stop being cookie cutter. Be unique. Find your own niche. Guys, what do we do around here? What do we do around here? We do all sorts of crazy stuff that we have light changes that you guys can do. We have the bear. We have all sorts of stuff. It is 100% to be different. And let me explain it a different perspective. And this is where my analogy comes in. Imagine that you go to downtown New York. We're just gonna say downtown New York. And in downtown New York, there are 20 ice cream shops. 20. And you decide that you want to open an ice cream shop. Why are people going to come to your ice cream shop over the other 20 that are there if you're offering the same flavors and the same things. If you just make an ice cream shop with 20 other ice cream shops right there, what's the reason that your ice cream shop is better? Because you're basically being a cookie cutter unless you do something unique. And that's what these streamers aren't understanding. That's what people aren't understanding. I watch so many streams where they're like, why am I not growing? Why am I not expanding? Why are these things not happening? Well, two reasons. One, you're not putting in enough work. And two, you don't have a niche. You don't have something that defines you. Find something that defines you. That's the kicker. I hate it when I see somebody post something that's like, this platform's out to get me. I'm not going to grow because they don't care. No, you're a cookie cutter. You do nothing unique. And if you think that because you have a saying or because you do something cool on stream that it's unique, no. When your chat and your community blows it the fuck up, that's unique. Our stupid bear is, I think it's the dumbest thing in the world, but it's unique. It's the dumbest thing in the world, but is unique. Everybody has a heyday with it. It's absolutely crazy. And guess what? Next week, it may not be unique anymore. We may have to do something else. But we are 100% on the innovative side of everything that we can possibly do. I am all the time looking for a way to change something, develop something, or do something new and exciting and exhilarating for you guys. Because I want to find my niche. I want to be unique. And you don't have to stick with one niche. You don't have to be you don't have to be one thing. But you have to find one. You cannot be a cookie cutter. Putting up 20 kills and a 4K doesn't matter, because I know 30 other people that can put up 20 kills and a 4K and stream and have 2 followers and 2 viewers. Why is your 20K or 20 kills and 4K different? Why is it unique? What is different about it? Do you use a specific weapon? It's all sorts of different things that make you unique and makes the changes and makes it happen. If you decide that you want to stream and you're just going to be a cookie cutter, it will never work. Never. Find something to get out there. And guess what? The research and all the stuff going on and all of it matters. So I'm a big numbers person, and they can, my mod team and everybody can attest to this. I'm all about numbers. And it's stupid to be all about numbers because the numbers don't matter at first, right? Because your thing is you need to develop yourself as a person, as a streamer. I think about numbers because I'm not thinking about I need to be 1,000 viewers, 50,000 comments a stream. No, I'm thinking about numbers because I want to do one number better than I did yesterday. If I got 1 follower yesterday, I want 2 today. If I get 1 like today, I want 2 today. And that's not to say to double it. I just want to improve. And knowing that I'm improving by watching the numbers helps me feel better. It is a huge thing to sit here and not have a niche and not develop one. And that leads to my next discussion, which is fear. And I think it's really funny because there are 2 types of fear when it comes to streaming and comes to a lot of things and a lot of views and a lot of opinions. 2 types of fear. And one of them obviously is a fear of failure. You're scared that you are going to fail. And that happens. People fail. You know how many things I've come up with that fail? I'm okay with failing 100% of the time. Because every time I fail, I learn something. And when I learn something, I improve something else. And that's what matters. Failure is the key to success. If you're not failing, you're not succeeding. There's an old quote that says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? That's true. You know, if you take 100 shots and you miss all but 1, you still made 1, which means you improved, right? That's the kicker. That's the most important thing, is improving. And that's what I want to do as a streamer. And that's what you should want to do as a streamer. And I think it's very, very vital and important that you understand that it's not a bad thing to try new things, to try to figure out who you are, and to try to move forward with your stream and not be a cookie cutter. And I don't mind telling you, hey, you're a cookie cutter. I don't have a problem with it. Because a lot of people ask me, they're like, hey, what can I do to improve my stream? How can I improve my stream? What's different? Well, you stop being a cookie cutter. Well, what's a cookie cutter? I've explained it to you. You're basically a die cast of somebody else and you're not unique. It's boring. If I wanted to watch a cookie cutter, I'd go watch one of the big guys that have been doing what you're doing for 10 years and it's more fun in his channel. That's just how it is. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to be honest. 100% honest. The second set of fear is success. Do you know how many people have an opportunity for success and they're scared to take it? And they're scared to take it. They're scared to take the successful road because they're so worried that if they're successful, they'll eventually fail. But talking about failure, we just discussed every failure is its own success because you learn something. So if something, perfect example, is our bear, right? Our bear that we have, you guys can see the stickers coming up in the chat. It's successful right now. It was a success, right? Bam. We got more comments. We got more engagement. We got new supporters. Like, it helped everywhere. But in a week, it could fail. But I'm not scared that it's going to fail because it taught me something. It showed me something different. It showed me what I can change and what people enjoy and what they want to see. Now, it may not be a perfect analogy or an assessment of what's going on, but it gave me some sort of insight on if I do something next time, what I can do that will actually be worthwhile. So the fear of success is what a lot of people are actually scared of. Not the fear of failure. They're scared of success. And if you do feel like a failure, as somebody is saying over here, which I'm not reading any comments, guys, we're going to get to the Q&A here in a few minutes. I'm doing the basic Q&A that I'm going through. If you feel like a failure, realize that every failure you have is a way to adjust what you're doing and make a change and lead to success. Now, as a streamer and as becoming a streamer, there are some things that are very important and very vital that a lot of people don't understand. And we've went through a couple of the basics and a couple of the things here, but I want to talk about one of them that's really important. Streaming is a mental health thing. If you do not have the mental stamina to stream, you shouldn't. Because guess what? There's a week that you have 1 viewer and you have 4 comments and you were running 10 viewers last week. You're depressed. It happens. I've been there. I'm not going to lie. I have been at that point. But every failure is a success, so I move forward. Mental wellness is so vital and so important to streaming. Do not take it lightly. Streaming is also very time sensitive. You must have the time to put forth into it. If you do not have the time to stream, it's probably not going to work out. Okay? It's also a dedication. Are you dedicated to your stream? Are you dedicated to your community? Are you willing to put other things aside to focus on that? Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, you want to talk about time, you want to talk about dedication. I wake up and I work a 3rd shift job. I have 2 kids and I'm married. I can just go through this real quick. I wake up at 8:30, right, at night. I get ready to go to work. I'm at work by 10, right? I get off at 6:30 in the morning. I come home. I wake the kids up, get them ready for their school, get the stream set up, and I stream from 8 to noon, okay? At noon, I get off, roughly. Sometimes I stay late, depending on how the stream's going, right? I get off. I take my laptop, I go to the bedroom, I grab a meal, and I work on stuff. You know what I do at work during my breaks? I work on stuff for the stream. This is my job. This is what I want to do. This is where my dedication is. Now, I have to do other things because they are important and they are vital to my life and my livelihood, but this is where my dedication is. And I have a lot of support behind me, even if it doesn't look like it. We have so much support backing us. It is absolutely insane. I'll mention a couple people right now. I have my best friend TJ, who, even regardless, he thinks that I'm dumb 90% of the time. He chipped in $100 for the tournament we're doing tonight, like just to help out. He orders me food when he knows I haven't eaten or I'm not eating while I'm streaming. He takes care of me. He says, "Hey, you need to get out of the house. Let's go do something." He takes care of me. Sapphire, she literally ran my mod team for like 6 months prior to me saying, "Hey, let me pay you supporter money to help me," and we're doing that now because it's an appreciation factor. You know, it's loyalty breeds loyalty, and that's where we've got to be with this. I am dedicated to this so hard that I literally have as much as I possibly can on my plate, and it's spilling over so much that I'm asking other people for help, and I'm asking other people to participate in my crazy hair schemed ideas. Like it's insane. When it comes to that point, it's time and dedication. And the other thing is self-confidence. If you do not have the self-confidence to stream, regardless of what you look like, I'm a chubby dude, right? We got some chub. If you do not have the self-confidence to stream, it's going to be very hard. It's going to be very difficult for you. People want to connect with you on a personal level, which means they want to see you, they want to hear from you, they want to talk to you. If you don't have the self-confidence to respond to that, it's going to be very hard for you to break out. That's just where it is. We're at that point right now. We're at the point where it's a business. You know, you're the ice cream shop. How are you different? Do you have your own niche? Are you scared of success? Are you scared of failure? Like, where are you at this point? Like, are you, like, right now in the chat, like, if you guys don't mind, like, I want to know how many streamers are in here. I want to know how many streamers are in here, or how many potential streamers are in here. Like, that's a big deal, right? How many streamers and potential streamers are in here? That's a huge, huge ordeal. I'm gonna explain this wholeheartedly. If you want to stream and you want to be a streamer, you have to 100% be ready to put forth the effort, the ideas, the time, and the labor to be able to get it done. So I've literally been trying to figure out how to help people for weeks, because I have so many questions that come in about how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? So I've created a couple different things, and I don't know, a couple of you know about it, a couple of you don't. We created a raid group. In that raid group, what we do is we raid smaller streamers. We post a person stream in there. We try not to do the same person too many times. And we'll all go over there and we'll say, you know, hey, it's a raid, blah, 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 and make them feel good, because that self-confidence is a self-confidence boost. But since then, I've given that over to someone else to handle, because I have a lot of projects on my plate. And I've moved over to, I'm working a project right now, and I've got 2 clients for it, where we basically run your numbers. And even though Facebook gives you numbers and all these things, they're not numbers that you see. They're numbers that you see, but you're not seeing correctly, in my opinion. I was talking about, you want 1 more like every day, or 1 more follow, or 1 more share, or any of those. We basically, to me, like I said, I like to look at the engagement, right? I like to look at the engagement, the likes, the comments, how many things are happening in that situation. And I've developed a system that I can see if you're going uphill or downhill throughout the week. I can see your hotspots. I can see all of these things. And I've got 2 people that I'm working with right now, and I'm giving them all that information. They're obviously paying me monthly. We're doing that. I want to do this once a month where we have this conversation. It'll probably be a little bit shorter. It'll probably be over specific topics, but the goal is to do this once a month with you guys and have this conversation. We are literally building a program to help streamers, and not, hey, here's the data. No, I want to work with you. I want to get you better. I want you to feel like you're getting something. Obviously, you know, doing this once a month for you guys, just a live stream to tell you guys what's going on, is absolutely fantastic. We're going to do that once a month. But the program that I'm running is specifically tailored to individual person, and it's to help them, to get better. If you're interested in that, you can message me or the page, and I'll send you the info on it. It's up to you. That's not a big deal. It is what it is. Let's talk about one other thing that I think is a really big factor that a lot of people don't expect here, is your viewer count. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your viewer count truly doesn't matter. If you have 10 dedicated viewers that are there 24/7 versus 1,000 that are in and out, you're better with a 10. That's just how it's going to be 100% of the time. Better with a 10. Your dedicated viewers are your community, and they're the people that are going to support you no matter what happens. That's just how it is. So don't worry about that number. If I was worrying about numbers, it's going to be the engagements and the likes and the comments, and not just on my live streams, my posts, my regular posts. Like, if I have 1,000 views on a live stream, that's great. But if I make a post saying, hey guys, I appreciate each and every one of you, and it has 5 likes, why does it matter? I want more on that appreciation post than I want on my live stream, because I want you guys to realize that I'm talking to you on a one-on-one basis. I want you guys to realize that I'm talking directly to you instead of a live stream where we have this live chat going. I'm reaching out and I want all of you to understand that that's a factor. That's a factor. It's important to me. The numbers, 100%, like I said, of your engagements and likes are a huge ordeal. And not because it's huge in the sense that you need them. It's huge in the sense because it affects the actions that platforms see. So with Facebook, it affects your visibility. What are we talking about? Oh, that's some good coffee. It affects your visibility. So when it comes to Facebook, your likes, comments affect how much Facebook pushes your content. It's important to get those. So we want to improve that. Like I said, guys, I'm going to open it up for Q&As in just a moment. I am going to do two quick things, which one is I'm going to tell you guys once again, this video is kind of, I guess, sponsored by Mythic Goat Coffee because I'm drinking out of their mug they sent me and they're drinking their coffee they sent me. If you guys want to check them out, it's in our link tree. If you need access to that, let me know. You do get a discount, 5% off if you want to order from them. We are also partnered with Dr. Squatch. Dr. Squatch soap. If you guys like soap, you're more than welcome to use that. And the last plug that I'm going to do is if you are interested in our program about streamers and to help streamers, I'm currently working with two. I will give you their reviews as soon as I'm done. But if you're interested in knowing what we do offer, please go ahead and message me or the page and I will message you what's going on there. Guys, it's not a perfect system. I don't think any system's perfect. I don't think any streamer coaching or help is perfect, but I personally will 100% be willing to help coach you, through our program if you want that. And depending on if we get large enough and we start, producing enough of that content, I'll bring in other streamers that are willing to help coach as well. But if you want to know about the content that's actually important, we're here, we're willing to work with you, and we're willing to give you the time of day. I know a lot of these coaching places, they're like, here's documents, here's information, go about your business. I don't feel like the one-on-one coaching is really there, but we're here for it. I'm ready for Q&As if you guys want to ask some questions. We have about 20 minutes for Q&As. If you want to ask any questions, I will answer whatever I can as long as it has to do with streaming, content, platforms, business, ice cream shops, obviously, innovation, fear, priorities, and numbers, viewership, however you guys want to talk about it. I'm going to open it up for questions now. If you're a streamer and you want to ask a question, or you're a potential streamer, you want to ask a question, please go ahead and do that. I will be here for a few minutes just to talk about that. And I just stuck my hand to the sticker, which is really cool. Okay. I've watched many streamers, Filth. You're the only one that take time out of your day to message people personally to give thanks. Absolutely, because I feel like that message personally is me reaching out to you and saying, hey, let's build this relationship. This is a relationship. Let me show you that I'm here for this relationship as well. That's how it goes. It's a relationship, right? That's where we're at. I got my account and capture card. I need to know how to set them up. Okay, so I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Richard. This is one of those things where if you need to know how to set them up, I'm not being a dick. YouTube is your best bet. I could explain it to you all day over the phone or over anything. YouTube's going to have a video for you live on how to set them up. That's effort and work that you can put in to step up. And then when you have a question that absolutely needs attention that you don't know how to solve, that's when you step in and you ask somebody for help. I refuse to ask somebody for help until it's to the point where I can't do it. I'll YouTube the shit out of it. That was my next choice. Thank you. You're welcome, man. That's true. He's the only streamer I've seen that does pay attention to the viewers. My goal is the viewers, Nathaniel. My goal is the viewers. If you guys have ever watched, I will stop playing a game and just talk to you guys if it's something that I feel like is important. It's where it's at, man. You guys are the most important thing to me. I eventually want to get to a couple points where I can literally, like, if I was doing this full time, I would literally be like, hey guys, we're gonna go do this today, and I would live stream it because you guys are important. I'm still on YouTube to look things up for my Stream Deck Streamlabs. Guys, if you have any questions, now's the time to ask them. The questions over platform, over business, over innovation, fear, priority, like any of those things. If it's technical questions, 90% of the time you're going to be able to find an answer on YouTube. If you cannot find an answer on YouTube, I'll tell you exactly what to do. Join our Discord, and you can ask in there, and there's a bunch of streamers in there that have the opportunity to respond to you, right? That's where that's at. That's one of your best bets. Just join the Discord, go on there, ask the question in there. Someone should be able to respond to you. And if they don't, I'll try to get to you when I have a moment. My goal is to viewers. I've been trying to get your camera hooked up for 2 months. It's rough, dude. It's hard to hook up some of that stuff. Some of that stuff, Skid and I were having issues earlier when we were trying to hook up stuff for the tournament because it just wasn't working right. We spent 2.5 hours just to try to get the stuff hooked up for the tournament. All right, guys. We're breaking down time here. Does anyone have any streamer questions? Karen, if you're still in here, do your boys have any questions? I know you said that they were talking about it. I averaged 15 to 20 viewers in one day. I can do, which will help me tremendously. I just can't figure out how to hook the damn thing up. Oh, no, I agree with that. Sam, what's up, my man? Is a link for the Discord available? Absolutely it is. Let me see if I should have it. If not, Sapphire has it. Actually, it's in the link tree. If it's working in the link tree, let me just do this. Should be in the link tree right there at the bottom. Anyone else? Any other questions? Streaming questions? Any other questions about platforms? About business? All of that? What up, dog? Just dropping by to show some love. Got off work? Yeah, for sure, Sam. Appreciate that hopping in, man. We are 100% talking about streaming and all those things. Any recommendations on growing viewers? I'm in the military, and since COVID, I have a lot of time, so just thought I would already play video games. Might as well stream it. But it's really hard for me to keep up the stream with 0 viewers. Joe, absolutely. There's a ton of advice for you to grow a viewership. Are you doing anything aside from streaming? Are you doing anything aside from streaming? If you're not doing anything aside from streaming, I 100% suggest that you start posting other types of content. If you are just posting streams, it's probably not going to get very many views. But here's one of my biggest things that I would suggest you do. Invite every one of your friends to like your page, right? Invite every one of your friends to like your stream. Make sure that you are actively asking people 100% of the time to come in and hang out with you. So you know what my biggest thing was for the first 6 months that I took this seriously? I would message 60 people on my friends list every morning and ask them just to stop by for 30 seconds and like the stream. Personal message. Because I was thirsty. I wanted it. I still want it. I still want it. That's what I do. Do something outside of your normal content. Do something outside of your live streams. Post videos or pictures or memes or something on your page that gets some attention, and then ask people to come in and look at it and go from there. Recommendations on growing. 100%, you have to do other content. You can't just do your platform. It doesn't matter if you're on Twitch, doesn't matter if you're on Facebook, doesn't matter if you're on YouTube. You have to produce other content. Here's the kicker. Cody, to get sponsors for a stream, what's the best way to approach them? So here's the thing. Sponsors for a stream, sponsor and affiliate are two different things. And you have to be very careful when you're looking at sponsorships and affiliates, because a lot will say they're sponsoring you and they're truly not. Yes, I'm also creating YouTube content. I've already decided to create on Facebook. Then keep producing that, man. Keep producing. Keep pushing it. How many times do you post a day? Once? Let's try 3. Try posting 3 times a day. 3. I want to post 15 times a day, but Sapphire and I aren't at that point yet. I want 15 posts a day on every platform, but I can't make it there. We're not there yet. We need a lot more things to actually get there. I want to post 15 times a day on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. No, YouTube probably 2 or 3 times a day. I don't know, maybe less. But anyways, on all the social media platforms, I want to be posting 15 pieces of content a day. That's where I'm at. Yeah, I learned that from somebody. You guys know Gary Vee? The Gary Vee is a bad motherfucker. I love him. Here's the kicker. Go back to Cody's question. Sponsorships and affiliates are two different things. Affiliates, I'm an affiliate of Mythic Goat Coffee. Now, I say they sponsored this video because I'm drinking their stuff during it and they sent me this stuff. So I'm going to call them a sponsor. One, it gives them a little bit more credit, makes them appreciate us a little bit more, and it helps you guys understand that they appreciate us, which means that it's a good business opportunity between the two of us. That's a business strategy. Affiliates are every single time someone purchases something through them, you get a percentage. That's an affiliation. And affiliates are scary sometimes because they use you. Affiliations are users, and that's not a bad thing some of the time, but they're users. One of the affiliates that aren't great is probably Razer. Razer wants you to post all their stuff in all your profiles and everything, saying that you're affiliated with Razer. But they don't really give you anything until you have people purchase from them. So why am I representing them for free? See what I mean? You're basically free advertising for certain companies. Certain companies that you like, it's different to advertise for because you like them and you support their product. So you need to 100% think about what you want and how you want a sponsorship and an affiliation to go before you actually reach out to them and do that. Sponsorships are where they actually give you something and in return you give them something back. So if I was to be sponsored by a company for $2,000, hey, we want you to rep our brand for 6 months. Here's $2,000 to do it. Basically, I put all their stuff in my links and all that stuff. For 2 months, I talk about them on stream, every stream for 2 months, I make $2,000. That's where we need to get to on this stream so that I'm not asking community for money. Because I don't want to ask for money. I just told you guys that. I do not want to ask for money. Not how I want to roll. You guys send money anyways, but I don't want to ask for it. Which is also why I think it's kind of comical that I've seen a couple smaller streamers who run 4 to 5 viewers who make 2 to 3 times as much as I do per month in donations say, if you're running 20 viewers, 25 viewers, why are you only making $250, $300 in donations? Well, I don't ask for it. I don't care to say, oh man, we have this donation goal and we really need to hit it. Do I put a donation goal up? Sure. Do I care if we hit it? Not really. That doesn't matter. I'm more worried about the supporters. I'm more worried about taking care of you guys, and I'm more worried about getting sponsorships. Because your relationship with me, if it's at the peak, at the best it can be, 6 months from now, when I'm like, fuck, I need a new video card, you guys come through. And I'm not asking you to come through. It happened in June. Guys, it happened in June. No disclosure here. Be 100% honest. I needed a new streaming PC. I needed a new one. And I was like, man, I really need a new PC. If I put up a goal, build a new PC. If I hit it, I'll build it on stream. Blah, 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 blah. People came through and they were just like, here, we appreciate you. Here you go. We appreciate you. Here you go. It's what happens. When you build a loyalty, people want to take care of you regardless. I don't want to ask for money. It's just how it is. Josie, thank you for the like on the stream. I post once a day at the moment. Have buddies who want to get in the stream and talk constantly on ways to improve my content and bounce ideas off each other's streams. I'm going to keep grinding. You keep grinding, Joe. Keep grinding 100%. If you want to check out our program, you let me know and we'll go from there. Anyone else that wants to check it out, we are running that program where we help you understand your numbers and actually how to improve them and where you can improve them. And we look over your stream and things like that and see what we think can be fixed. Yeah, I think that I'm in a different headspace. I'm in the military. I don't need money for this. I just want to bring fun and exciting. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. Well, I know that I don't have many followers, but I love coffee and also energy drinks. So I was looking to do something with a coffee or energy drink company. There's tons of places that you can apply for affiliations. You can apply for affiliations with 40 Thieves Coffee, with Mythic Goat Coffee, with all sorts of coffee companies. Doesn't mean they're going to accept you. You can apply for energy companies. You get denied. How many times we've been denied? Whole bunch. I mean, Sapphire, how many times we get denied last month when you sent out those invites? Like at least 6 or 7? There's at least 6 or 7 times. But let me tell you what you can do when it comes to sending out affiliates and things like that. I sent out an affiliation request to Dr. Squatch Soap. Everyone knows what Dr. Squatch is, I'm assuming. If you don't know what Dr. Squatch is, it's a soap. Very funny commercials. Great. Here's the thing about Dr. Squatch Soap that I'm going to say. I got denied. So you know what I did? I sent an email back. Said, hey, I got denied. Not worried about getting denied. I'm not upset I got denied, but can you tell me why I got denied and what I can improve and make better to get approved? Like, I want to know what I need to do to be able to get approved. At that point, I didn't really care about being approved. I just wanted to know what was wrong with my content or what was wrong with my numbers that needed to be changed to be able to meet their specifications, right? Who cares about being affiliated with them at this point? I just would need to know what I can fix. That was my goal. Guess what happens? The guy messaged me back and he's like, oh, he's like, you were automatically denied because your numbers didn't meet specifications, but it looks like you're pretty dedicated. Here you go. Here's your affiliation. I didn't meet their numbers. I met their quality. I didn't meet their numbers. I met their quality of influencers. That's the difference. That's the difference you can make in people, in companies. It's not just about quality and quantity. It's about meeting their views, meeting their personal connection. That's what's important. I am not in the tournament tonight, Tate. I am just commentating on it with Skid. There's a company called Rep Sports. Raise Energy approved me. Do you think you can check them out? I know about Raise and Rep Sports. They're an affiliation company. You're basically going to make money every time you sell something. They're not bad. I've tried their stuff. It's not a terrible product. I prefer a couple other energy drinks over them, but that doesn't mean that if I wasn't offered a sponsorship, I wouldn't accept it because their products are not bad. But they are an affiliation process. So basically, you're only going to make money if you sell stuff. But if you want to rep that because you think it looks good, that's your decision. You got to make decisions based on what you think matches your criteria and your profile, if that makes sense. So, guys, if there's no more questions about streaming, if there's no more questions about the platform, about the business side, about the ice cream side, I know I said ice cream side because I think it's funny because we're talking about 1%ers and being a cookie cutter. Innovation, fear, success, or priority. I would only take a sponsor from what I believe in. Absolutely, Mr. Mike. Absolutely. Spencer, streamer here getting knowledge from the filthy one. Well, we have a huge piece that we just put together. If you want to rewatch it, it's pretty good. His sign up still opens. I have a buddy in Japan who just woke up from a different time zone. If you'll message Mr. Mike right there and see if you can get him in, Mike's closing the bracket probably as we speak, and you might get a last minute entry. Let me ask you a streaming question. Dude, that's what we're here for. We're here for it. Go. Ask any streaming question you want. I'm just going to drink my beautiful coffee here. Well, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Do what you think is best for you and your business side. DM me, we can fit 2 more. I would have to let the boy enter the tournament, but got himself grounded. Oh, it sucks, Keenan. Is there some kind of piece I have to buy to make the camera fit a capture card? Well, your camera shouldn't necessarily fit a capture card. You should buy what's called a cam link, and that cam link will plug into a USB and let your camera do it. What are your thoughts and best practices to fit the Facebook algorithm? Well, Philip, we've been discussing this for a little bit. I'll bring it back up. We'll talk about it again. The Facebook algorithm is a business. They do not care what kind of streamer you are. They do not care if you are a content creator of mass quality, anything. They're a business. They care about money. They care about what they can do to make money. You have to look at yourself like a business. Are you marketing yourself correctly to be able to hit the algorithm? Now, Facebook is you can pay to win at Facebook, but you don't want to, right? That's not what you want to do. So if you're trying to hit the algorithm, there's a couple different things we can do, right? I'm going to explain this and then I'll go ahead and plug the thing I'm talking about again. But the things you can do to hit the algorithm is constantly make sure that your comments, your likes, and your engagement is going up. Facebook algorithm works like this. It automatically looks at what you're doing, assesses, gives you an average analysis, and then places you in a queue list of what priority you have, and then shows it to people that would be interested in that. That's what they do. It's called a cam link, Richard. It's called a cam link. That's what they do. So to hit the algorithm, we have to break the algorithm, which means we have to do something completely different. We have to jump outside of the normal. We have to have our numbers go up drastically or fall drastically or something for the algorithm to be confused to give us an opportunity to beat it again. So hitting the algorithm isn't really hitting it, it's beating the algorithm. And it's such a smart computer, it's really hard to do. So what I was saying earlier is every single day you should strive to do one more like and one more view and one more comment than you did the previous day. That's your goal. It's just to do one more than the previous day. That's your best bet. Now, myself, and I have another person on board. We are running a program, right? Which we've created on our own, where we grab all your data that you have off Facebook and we plug it into our system that we've created. And we give you an analysis of what days are your hotspots, what hours are your hotspots, how much content you're posting, what percentage of content you're posting, what percentage of comments and likes, what averages you have, all of those things. We have a program where we basically do that for you. If you're interested in that, you can hit me up. I'll send you the menu that we have. Obviously, because we're putting so much work into it, we're trying to make sure that we, compensate the work that we put in. But it is what it is. We do a breakdown over your stream. That's included. I watch one of your streams and I see where I think things are misplaced or how I think we can change things and make it look better. I'll give you an example right now. I actually got a timer out on one of our people that we watched, and she has a 38-second response time. I haven't told her that yet. She might be upset about it, but she has a 38-second response time to comments if she's in a game. 38 seconds. 12 seconds is acknowledgeable because the thing about it is there's a 12-second delay, which means, guess what? You have to take that 12 seconds. You have to subtract it from the 38 seconds. And now we're looking at what? 26 seconds response to a comment. If you're waiting 30 seconds to be responded to when you're talking to someone in chat, are you really going to stick around? Not being disrespectful, but it's something that she asked us to analyze, so we're looking into it. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at those things. Oh, she's in here now. The thing is if you want to improve, you have to accept criticism. And if you don't accept the criticism, you're not going to get anywhere. Let me explain this to you. There are so many little nitpicky things that, yeah, Cody, you do try to respond right away, but so many people are so caught up in their game that they don't respond right away. And that only works for certain people. It works for high-end competitive play. If I'm playing ranked and I put it in my title, playing ranked, the response time isn't expected. If I put it in there where it's something about the community, about talking to you guys, about having a fun day, response time is expected. But Philip, we can work on that. We can work on your response time to chat. Your response time to chat can change based on just a couple little bitty things. Just tiny little bitty things. We can fix problems by doing a couple little bitty changes. Now, here's the thing. It's responsible for you to change it. I'm just going to point it out. My job is to analyze you in my program that I run. I analyze you and tell you, hey, here's where you can improve. Here's what you can do. My job isn't to actually fix you as a person. It's to give you the data to fix yourself. And guess what? Here's the craziest part. If I fix you, I lose business. If I fix you and you become a bigger streamer, I lose my business. So what influences me to do this? I don't fucking know. Raymond, thank you for the like on the stream. Appreciate that. That's my biggest thing. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Wait. I don't know. We'll figure that out. My biggest flaw is me doing more content on my platforms. Absolutely. Austin, what's up? Austin, what's up? We'll be fair. I primarily stream Animal Crossing. Bro, that's okay. That's okay. Dude, you should have a response time that's like instantaneous with Animal Crossing. I'm just being honest. Like, your chat screen, you should have a chat screen right in front of you and Animal Crossing in front of that, and anything that changes, you should notice it. Bam. Comment. I have a refresher on my page, and when it refreshes every 15 seconds, I notice it. It drives me batty. It automatically refreshes every 15 seconds. It's not even chat. It's just my notifications. It just refreshes every 15 seconds. It's a trained technique. Your biggest thing is you always try to help everyone. I want to help everyone. I want to give out free content. I'm offering the program for streamers to be able to try to help build a business for myself, to be able to actually give out more free content. Because here's the thing, I would be doing weekly training seminars if I was able to stay at home. I can't stay at home. I have to go to a 42.5-hour week job. I have 2 kids. I have a wife. I have a house that needs taken care of. I still have to do things, human things. I can't stay home right now. And then here's the craziest part. This is what everybody always says. How much would it take for you to stay home? How much? Okay. Let me ask you to chat. How much would it take for you to stay home? How much would it take for you to live at home? Like, how much on make a stream? Like a month? In an honest question, how much per month would you need to make to live at home? I want to see these numbers pop up in the chat because I'm gonna break some of your hearts. $8K, 6 figures a year, so 100 grand. Anyone else? 6 figs. To give up my career and stay home, 6 figs. Okay. 50K a year. Okay. We got 50. We got 8K a month. I will be live with the tournament. I'm going to hop off here in about 10 minutes or so, and I'm going to get set up with Skid. We'll be live. We'll be watching the tournament live. Skid and I'll be commentating the tournament live. It should be a blast. All right, so let's get into this. I'm going to break some of your hearts. I mean, even the 100K a year, I'm going to break your heart. I'm going to tell you right now. 100K a year isn't feasible. Here's why it's not feasible. Right now, me as a solo person, I don't make 100K a year doing my current job. But if I made 100K a year here, I wouldn't make 100K. Because the first thing that I'm doing is I'm taking about 60K of that and I'm hiring someone to work for me with social media full time and video content full time. Because if I was worried about 60K a year, I could just stay at my job. But I'm not worried about 60K a year. I'm worried about building a reliable, stable community that's constantly growing. And the minute that I make my stream, my monthly fee, a goal, my growth is capped. My growth is capped. So let's say that I make 120K a year. Now I can pay 2 people 60K a year to do all this stuff. What's my growth rate then? Am I growing faster? Are the other businesses that I'm working on growing? Like, what are we doing here? Like, how are we viewing it? For me, I couldn't do it at 100K a year because I want to pay someone 60K a year to work for me. At 120K, I want to pay 2 people. That's where I'm at. Like, that's where I'm mentally at this point. It's not enough. And I'm not saying it's not enough money. I'm saying it's not enough for me to be where I want to be. And everyone's like, 60K a year? That's crazy amounts of money to pay somebody that's just doing content and social media. You're right. But if I call them at 2 a.m. in the morning and say, hey, I need this done, you know what they do? They answer the phone because all they got to do is social media and content. I have no clue, Richard. If you will message Skidly Diddly, That would be great. Or Mike, if you'll message one of them and see what's up. I have no clue if you actually got signed up. We sent out messages to everybody that signed up on the page today. Do you think I'm crazy? I know you probably think I'm crazy that 100K isn't enough to stay home. But I'm building a business, right? We're back to that business category. It's a business. It's not a hobby. It's a business. Go ahead, Philip. I got time for one or two more questions. We're going to be live again in a few minutes, but we're going to be strictly doing the commentation of a tournament. I'm going to make sure no one messages me. We've noticed that now you're absolutely wrong on that collabs are detrimental to growth. That's where you're wrong. What you're saying about collabs is detrimental to growth because you're seeing a loss in viewership when you're collaborating, correct? Or you're seeing that someone's watching their stream more than yours now, right? That's where we're at, right? Is that what we're worried about? Is you losing viewership and losing? Okay, it's not detrimental to growth. Collabs are never detrimental to growth. Collaborating gets you viewed. What's detrimental to your growth is yourself. If you collab with somebody else and you do not get seen or they go watch the other person, it means you're doing something wrong. It means you weren't unique enough for that to actually happen. Collabs are never detrimental to growth. Now, there is something I will say about collaborations that happens a lot that people don't understand is sometimes when you collaborate, you don't mesh well with someone or something happens and you don't get along with that person. That's detrimental to growth. That's detrimental. But if someone goes and watches someone else, what are you doing that's wrong? What are you doing that's not the same? What are you doing that's not unique enough for them to want to stay? And guess what? Not everybody's going to want to watch your content. Not everybody likes you. You're not everybody's cup of tea. But collabs are never detrimental to growth. Ever. Ever detrimental to growth. Collabs will get you seen. The kicker is, you also have to find collaborators that aren't selfish. That's a big problem that you have too. There's a lot of collaborators that I see that'll come into people's streams and they will try to take all your credit and try to get everybody over to their stream and tell it, oh yeah, I'm live. Yeah, we just got this, we just did this. That's not how it works. So when you're collaborating with a big streamer that hits the algo, Facebook will pull your non-follower viewership? No. I ran way more viewers when I was playing with Cool Dan on a daily basis than I did beforehand. But I stopped playing with Cool Dan because he decided that he wanted to run competitive. And I wasn't running competitive. Didn't hurt my feelings any. If you run with a big streamer, if you tag them, maybe Facebook sees something in the algorithm. I don't know. I don't see it as detrimental. I ran with Soltech a couple times. Super fucking helpful. Soltech's come in my chat multiple times since then. Like, Cool Dan's come in my chat. Bleed's come in my chat. I don't think collaborating is a bad thing. And in fact, it can help you. It's just how you treat it. It's how you respond. If you respond because you drop viewership because you're collaborating with someone, that's probably because of the response and the way that you did it instead of creating it as an opportunity. If that makes sense. Create an opportunity in those situations. That's all it is. Opportunity. Do what you can when you can do it. Oh my God. Glassbot, get out of here. We're talking about collaborations being detrimental to growth, and I don't think that they are, and some people think that they do. They are. I would love to collab with certain people. Like, there's tons of people I'd love to collaborate with just to collaborate with that person. I don't care. I don't personally care if I run 4 viewers when I'm playing with that person or 1,000 viewers when I'm playing with that person. I would love to collaborate with them just for the opportunity to collaborate with them. And that doesn't mean that I want to play with them because I'm a fanboy. No, because I want to pick their brain. I want to talk to them. I want to get to know them as a person. If that makes sense. That's my opinion. I'm about to get off because I have like 3 minutes for any comments or questions that are left, and then I'm going to get off and set up the tournament with Skid. How can collaborations be fucking negative? Would get you the fuck less. What? Get over yourself, Glass. That collaboration's toxic. If you collaborate with GlassBot, it's toxic. No, I'm just kidding. He's fun. He's a fun to play with. I'm good with my question I had. Okay, cool. Anyone else? Anything else before we get started? Anyone? Anything else? Anybody? Anything else? I got time for maybe one more before I end this. So for instance, in Creator Studio, you can see the non-follower viewers, which is what I'm interpreting as the algorithm pushing viewers to you. But when the bigger streamers that is streaming your game comes on, it pulls views. That's because they're already following that streamer and they're going to watch their favorite streamer. Like that right there changes what you're talking about and changes my perspective of what you're talking about. Can I please? I haven't told anyone what I'm actually offering, Stacy. I can though, and give me just a moment. Let me answer his question. We'll go through that. For instance, in Creator Studio, yes, you can see that. Here's the thing. Let's say that I'm streaming Call of Duty and I'm running 200 viewers, right? That I never run, right? I'm running 200 viewers. Woo! If Stone Mountain gets on, I expect 150 of them motherfuckers to leave. 100%. Because he controls that viewership. They watch him. They don't watch me. They're watching me because he's not on. Create something extraordinary that makes them go, do I really want to go to Stone? Or does this guy give me something that Stone doesn't? That's what you do. This guy said my name, asked me how my wife and kid were because he knows my name. He knows their names. Stone doesn't do that. Create something better. And one day, if you're big, you won't know everybody's names, but I have a goal. If I learn each one of your names that's here while I'm smaller and while I'm not as big, I'm not saying I'm a small streamer. I'm saying I'm just not big yet. If I learn each one of your names, your wives' names, your kids' names, become close to you, relationship with you, and everyone realizes that, and everyone gets to know each other in chat, in a year from now, when I don't know the new person in chat that's a supporter, someone else might, because they understand that that's the type of community that we are. We're the type of community that learns to react to each other and talk to each other and become known to each other. So it's not this random community. That's what I'm working on. Because there's sometimes where people come in chat and they have a full-blown conversation about their week that I have no part of, because they know each other now. Because they're friends now. That's a difference. That's a difference in what it is. I did not say don't ever stream if the big streamers are streaming. I didn't say that, Glass. I said that I expect to lose those viewers because they're going to go watch Stone Mountain. Never said anything about that. I'm just saying, if I have 150 non-followers watching me, I expect them to leave at some point. Now, am I going to try to convert as many as I can? 100%. If I talk about what I'm offering here, Stacy, I might have to ban GlassBot because he's just going to talk a bunch of shit. Anyone that wants to know what I'm offering, I'm willing to, if you want to message me and ask me about it, we are offering... Oh, that's what the guy is saying. Oh. That's what you're saying. Well, I'm saying that there's 150 non-follow is the algo. Is it the algorithm? Are you sure? I mean, it could be the algorithm. We don't know. We don't know. I think there's some fake viewers that go around Facebook too. And I think there's some lurkers. And I think sometimes when your stream shared, people click on it and open it up and leave you up for 10 minutes. You don't know. That's why I do not worry about viewership. Viewership means squat. I could have 1,000,000 views on a video and it doesn't matter unless there's 1,000,000 reactions on that video, because that's how I know people actually watched it. I don't care about viewership. Viewership is squat. Like, why does viewership matter if they're not commenting or engaging with the stream? Viewership is trash. 10 viewers with 100 reactions is better than 1,000 viewers with 10 reactions, because then you know it's not fake. You know it's real. You know that you're getting the engagement. You're getting the connection with a person. Connecting with someone is so much more than just them watching. I have people that don't even play. Viewership is opportunity. But would you rather have... Okay. Would you rather have 1,000,000 views? Okay. 1,000,000 views on a video that nobody says anything about? Or would you rather have one video that only has 200 people, but there's 2,000 comments on it? Which one's more important to you? Like, which one is more important? That's the assessment that you need to make. What is more important to you? Views? Like, to be seen? Because I don't care about being seen. Being seen isn't a big deal. Like, if I get to build the business that I want eventually, I don't even care if anyone knows my fucking name. It doesn't matter to me. I just want the business to be successful. That's my opinion. Now, you can view it however you want, and some people are going to tell you views are the most important thing in the world. But go look at Stone Mountain when he runs 8K viewers. His engagement's triple what it is previous day. Go look at Stone Mountain when he runs 24K viewers. His engagement's more. It shows you who's actually participating and who's not. Engagement is where it's at. Engagement is the important part. That's what Facebook is going to see as an algorithm too. So the fact that you're getting that viewership, you did something with the engagement. You did something that people saw something and they connected with it, and they showed that they connected with it by engaging with your content. They engage with your content, guess what you get? More viewers, more opportunity for them to engage with your content. It's up to you to make the difference. Views are dollars, not warm, but not warm community. 100%. I don't think that having 100,000 viewers or 1,000 viewers or 1,000,000 views or 3,000,000 views or 10,000,000 views is relevant. Perfect example. I'm not going to name any names. I know a streamer who posted a video, had 3,000,000 views. 3,000,000 views. Woo! 3,000,000 went viral, right? 3,000,000 views. Had like 28K likes on it, like 20,000 comments on it. He still runs the same amount of viewers he ran 6 months ago. Maybe a couple more. So does views really matter? Because he didn't connect with those people in that moment. They watched something that they enjoyed. No opportunity in bot views. Eastern Nuke understands the word English make up enormous amount of Facebook views. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to get off in just a moment. I'm going to answer Stacy's question real quick that she asked. Can you please go over what you offer again? So we have put together a program that anyone that wants help, Glass, you're not included. I refuse to talk to you. No, I love you, Glass. That we actually take your numbers and we punch them into a program that I built, and we get a calculation. And it tells us your percentages based on your content production. It tells us your yeah, but what's the percentages? This is what I'm working on right now. I want to see the percentages of change. I want to see the percentage of change. Like if I put your 10K views into an algorithm that I've built with your 3K views and the content and the interaction from your 3K, and you average 3K, if you average 3K, I want to know the percentages. But you don't know the percentages. Facebook doesn't have that. That's what I built an algorithm for, because I realize Facebook doesn't actually give you the percentage of your big video versus your small video and to tell you what the difference is. You're worried about views. Like, that's where we're at right now. Everything that you're talking about is views, 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 views. Go look it up, man. The Facebook algorithm has nothing to do with views. Nothing to do with views. It's all engagement. All engagement. And if I run 250 viewers for a week because Soltech rated me, then I'm going to have more engagement. It's real. It's going to happen. But my percentages are down. So if I run my normal, let's say I run my normal 25 viewers, which I run right now, right now, 25 viewers, 1.5K comments, and about 100 likes, right? And then I turn around and I run 3,000 views, right? 3,000 views instead of 1,000, but I'm still only running 1,500 comments and 150 likes. My percentages are down. The percentages are down. You are so detrimentally set on views, the number of views, that it is literally clouding the judgment of building a community that's engaging. You want honesty? You want me to tell you? You're still just posting views. I want the engagement. I want the engagement. 7K minutes viewed. That's minutes viewed. That's not views. You're talking about minutes viewed. Minutes viewed, it could be your followers too, bro. There's times where I have 10,000 views on my stream, and I still only have the exact same amount of minutes viewed. But the days that I have my supporters and stuff in there, we have like 72 hours viewed or something like that, because they're in there the entire time. Your views, 416 1-minute views, 6.2K 3-second views, and 1.8K engagement. No, I want your views, because you're worried about views, compared to your engagement on a low end and a high end. Like, show me your views on a high video and the engagement on that high video, and then I want your views on a low video and your engagement on a low video. And I'm not talking about one, like, here's what you're also going to do. This is your biggest problem. You're going to go pull a day like a Friday or a Saturday that's more important because you got more views and more streamers, and you're not going to calculate the percentage of difference because on a Tuesday you only got less because it's a slower day. Wait, do I do that in my content? Oh, my algorithm does that. Hey, Fridays you average this number compared to last Friday, you have this much of a percentage of a change. Yeah, I do all that. That's all the content that I do. That's what I'm producing in this program. This program that I'm putting together, that I've got here, that I've got these algorithms built, that I've got it set up, I'm 100% going to tell you your percentages and the changes of your percentages and what changing by 10% would do. You're so stressed about views. Why are views your main concern? Because I'll tell you why views are your main concern. Because Facebook makes it look like views are everything. That's a little number at the top of your screen. Ooh, it's right here. You have 25 viewers. You're important. You have 2,000 viewers. You're important. No, don't care. Don't care. I know a girl that she streamed on Twitch and she had 4 viewers, but she made $2,000 a month because one was a sugar daddy. You rather have 1,000 viewers or somebody that's gonna give you 2K a month and not make any money from the 1,000 viewers? I mean, that's just where you're at, bro. You're worried about viewership because you're worried about getting seen, but are you truly worried about getting seen when we're sitting here having this conversation? It's a trap. He's just putting your dick size into Glass. I already put your dick size in there. It's 1.5 inches, bro. And I already know what you're gonna say. It's not about the motion of the it's not about the motion of the ocean, and 2 inches can do a lot of damage at 90 miles an hour. All right, I do have to end this because I have to get over here with Skid and get all this set up and get it taken care of. So you're worried about it, Philip. If you really want to message me, man, I'll give you a consult. But I'm telling you right now, man, you're so stressed out about views. I used to do it too. I don't care about views. The views don't matter. Ask my mods, ask my community. You know what I want? Comments and engagement. You said it felt like 10 inches when I was inside you, honey. Shut up. Filthy, I'm gonna message you one question I got about the tourney. Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna kick it off, and we're gonna move over to the tournament, guys. We've been live here for an hour and a half. I will take this video, probably cut it, clip it down, post a couple little snippets of it, and post some of it onto YouTube if you guys want to see it. you know, I'm here for you guys. I know that a bunch of people were asking questions. We're moving. We're progressing. Later, guys. Bro.
Woo, baby, listen, I've been over here doing the leg work and shit. I'm gonna be real with you. Doing this made me kind of anxious. I don't know why.
Why? Dude, bro,
I don't know.
I do leg work all the time, bro.
Nah, I know. I guess because like I don't know, but this made me realize like I gotta be more productive in what I do when I'm doing it.
Did you listen to me?
So, I was in and out because like people started DMing me and I was on my phone doing
Bro,
it.
I was 100. I just ripped the dude so bad.
You ripped the dude?
Yeah, I ripped him. Like, he's sitting there, he's like, well, when I get more views, I get more engagement. I said, of course you get more engagement. There's more people in there, but views don't matter, bro. I've ran 10K views before and it doesn't matter because my engagement percentage is lower.
Yeah, I've reached like 20K, 30K back in the day, but it just didn't matter. I thought those numbers mattered when I first started 3 years ago.
Yeah, this guy still thinks they matter. He said, well, we have a video that has 10K with 1.K engagements. Cool. I had fucking 2.5K and I only had 700 views, bro. Well, what the fuck?
Who's messaging me now? Huh? Hey, buddy, Phil. Thanks for your interest in the Filthy Gaming. We respond. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
You're good.
That's your thing. That's your thing. Sorry.
Yep.
Oh fuck! Let me get out of your messages. I don't want to be in here. After this, you kick me from this shit. I don't need this in my life. All right. So, I have to send out the last few invites. We're missing just one person. To have a full 64.
We're missing one person.
One person. I could get one person, but he wasn't like there when I was talking. So
I don't want to join your group, dude. I just want to open your stream. Okay. Shoot, can I open this up or not?
Oh, excuse me. Go to the fuck is this? Oh shit, man. Now I'm gonna get these alerts. Okay. Hello?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay. Are you in the other chat that we have in Discord?
Am I in the other chat? What do you mean?
The one with the Filthy Bear, me and you in it?
No, we don't need that one anymore. Remember? Well, we need it so that I can watch your stream live, but I don't need it so that we can talk. We don't need that at all. I just got to Zoom.
Yep. Just got to Zoom. Okay.
I'm closing
Sorry.
my OBS. Yes, shut down.